Hey there, Pisces. It's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot. And today we are going to take a look at what's going on with you for the week of February 21st through the 27th. Wow, the sun. That's good omen to start with. We're using the Light Seers deck, and we probably use the Gilded by Sarah Marchetti. So let's take a look at what's going on currently. The main thing going on for Pisces this week. And take what resonates, leave the rest. Check your moon sign, your sun sign, your rising sign. Cross, watch, enjoy, have fun. We're going to see what's going on. This is a general read. So, Pisces Collective, what's happening for you this week? Okay. All right. We're starting here. We have the Nine of Swords. This is an energy that's all about being in your head a lot. Kind of nightmares, worries, concerns, anxiety. And in reverse, this would be less so, but still very much in your head a lot. You're having trouble sleeping, trying to solve something that maybe you need to let your heart solve. It seems like there's a new awareness that maybe heartbreak or heartache just is a little bit of painful knowledge, painful communications that could have been happening. And then you have Justice. Now this is all sword, sword, sword. Even Justice is the swords, this very Libran energy here. But this Justice is awesome. I mean, if you look at her, you can see this face reflected. And you see the mood is a little bit more firm in her expression and maybe more gentle here. At least that's my take on it. So maybe there's some harsh truths that you're trying to wrap your head around this week. Things that you need to know. Things that need to be sorted. So this is what's going on currently now and into the week as we lead into it. So let's see what will be coming at you. What's coming at you? And then we'll see what we can do to figure out any kind of balancing. What's coming at you? Let's scooch this down so you can see it still. Pisces. Woo! Okay, we got quite a bit here. We're going to take a look. It's 5, we're taking them. 6 I generally won't take. We're taking them as they lay. All right. So in the center of it, we have the World. Something's coming to a completion. A cycle's coming to an end. Now on this side, which is usually the undercurrents, and this is the conscious in the way I see things, something is definitely coming to an end because you have the Death card here. Something is ending and then there's rebirth, death and rebirth, and it's showing this vision of light in the future, getting the cosmic energy and the divine soul and the spirit of the universe moving through. Then you have the Magician, and this is just after the Fool, when somebody learns how to balance the elements in the world, learns how to kind of be in the world. So you have Death and the Magician. These are things that are going to need to be managed, an ending of something. This might be causing the anxiety, the Nine of Swords, and the sorrow. Sometimes endings are bittersweet, but something, one way of life, one way of doing, one way of being is done. Then you have the World in the center of it, and then you have the Five of Wands and the Moon. It's a very big week. So the Five of Wands energy is about conflict, competition, competing ideas, inspiration, kind of mock battles, sparring. So this could be disagreements of maybe a minor sort. They aren't lethal, they aren't going to kill you, but just not being on the same page. Sometimes adding fuel to a fire when you don't need to. You see these guys playing with the wands and sparring with the wands, not really paying attention to where each other is. Turning that upside down, it's asking you to look before you have conflict. Look before you fight. What's going on here? What's the energy behind this? What's the inspiration? And it might even sometimes have to do with, where do you want to move from here? Like, where do you want to take things to? Where do you want to go from here? Inspired ideas that you want to take forward in the family arena, in the work arena, in the projects things, those kinds of things. And then you have the Moon. And the Moon is a time of cycles as well. So, oh my gosh, you have karmic balance, karmic loss, scales are being shifted, an end of a cycle, beginning of a cycle, and then the Moon telling, hey, we need to balance this. The Magician and the Five of Wands, I would think the trick to manage is figuring out how these competing energies can work towards your good. So the World is, you're almost completing something. This Moon energy is saying, hey, you're a little upside down. You're going to have to pass through the gates of fear. You're going to have to come up for air, look at things a little bit. And I think it's asking you to look, not just with your head, here you're looking with your head too much, looking for what's just, what's fair, what feels right. Might be challenging. Your emotions might be a little bit turbulent this time, and you might feel like you're uncertain of things. Not everything is revealed right now. The sun we saw earlier on, that might be what you're going towards. But this energy right now is a little bit of confusion, a little bit of fear, and trying to get ready to pull something off, to make something happen, to make something manifest, while all this other energy is going on too. All right, let's see what else we got going on. What are some undercurrents that are happening for Pisces Collective this week? Undercurrents for Pisces Collective. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so my. We have the King of Swords and the Devil and the Knight of Wands. So the King of Swords is in reverse. When he's in reverse, he's almost overly harsh. This is a lot about thinking, reason, logic. He's trying to establish things and establish order and keep it, but he's only trying with his head. Again, the error or the challenge for you is using your head more than your heart. Sometimes there is heartache, but lessons are to be learned there. So if there is emotional loss, emotional sorrow, how do you move that into a better space? How do you win from that? What's the lesson that you're supposed to be learning to even those scales? This guy is just still focused when he's in reversed on the logic of things, the reason of things, and not so much the feeling of things. The Devil energy is all about oppression, addiction, toxic patterns, toxic behaviors, feeling like you're the puppet on a string and not the one in control, when really it's up to you to go ahead and cut that. This guy would have the ability to do that. I mean, he's the King of Swords after all, but what is he going to do? And then you have this energy of the Knight of Wands coming up again. This excitement, this great energy. But this Knight of Wands, she's excited to go, but she doesn't have this conflict behind it. So to me, these speak of a big amount of energy going on, excitement, new times, new things to be started into here. The King of Swords, if you want him upright rather than reverse, you're going to need to figure out how to put the reason, the logic, and the vision and the clear thinking into a clear mode that's doable and inspired, not just pushing, not just reason, logic. And you might bounce back and forth a little bit with this. You might be really struggling on this. All right. We're going to see if we can get any clarification for up here, for what's maybe troubling your heart a little bit. And then we're going to see what we can get clarifying down the center. Okay. So we're using the Gilded Tarot by Marchetti. The previous one is the Light Seers. Ooh, that's not the best shuffle. Let's try that again, folks. Let's try it again. One more time. There we go. All right. The Six of Wands. You want this victory moving forward. Again, very much wands going on here. How do you get the small victory? And this card also cautions, don't forget the people that help you get there, right? So maybe there's something you're forgetting. Maybe there's somebody that needs a little bit of acknowledgement, or needs a little bit of even gratitude or thanks in the situation for helping you get to this point, for helping create this victory. Whatever this is, needs to be balanced. Somebody's feeling like they're left in the cold as far as that goes. And justice on justice. Oh my gosh. Okay, I meant this as in between, but it's justice on justice. Something in the karmic scales are trying to balance. You're having to let go of something. You're worried about something. Something in the past is definitely gone. And this justice is here. Now, it might not look like it's always even how you would see it. However, it'll even itself out. It is what it's supposed to be. You have the sword of truth here in the scales. You have the sword and the scales here. Whatever this truth is, this change, this being true, this authentic thing, this knowledge that is to be acquired, gained, or even walked through. Sometimes it is a fire that you walk through that brings you to that truth. It's an experiential type of thing. So, all right, let's take a look at what's going on with the world. What's going on with the world for Pisces this week? Clarifying the world for Pisces. Okay, we've gotten 3. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is inheritance, legacy, things that you're concerned about. The future, what do you want to leave behind you? Then you have the Empress. This is the Empress in reverse. Creativity. There might be some delays, some blockages, some fears about this birthing of a new project, this new idea, this new thing. This is the Empress. This is fertility, birth, time to bring things forward abundantly, but there might be a little bit of reluctance there. Then you have the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords this way is the thief taking something, taking off, taking away from you. In this way, I see, well, is this a self-sabotage? If you reverse those roles, what's going on? Is it a self-sabotage? Is it something you need to be more protective of? Or are you actually taking from yourself by overthinking, again, with these swords, wanting things to be in control in the way that makes sense and logic and is reasonable to you? But that might not be the only person involved. Again, there's this person here who's helped with this victory, helped with what's coming forward. So what's going on with that? Those are things that really need examined. If you're going to be able to manifest and breathe things forward, you're going to need to get some of this swords energy from the reverse to the upright. We're going to leave it in the reverse this time so you can see it clearly. But this world, this is an ending. This is a definite shift going on. What are you going to leave for the legacy? This is your concern. How do you want to proceed? Let's see if you can see everything. I think you can. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this King of Swords and see if we can clarify any of this undercurrent, because it's definitely about this justice, this lesson that's coming in and happening for you. The ending and the new beginning, the death and the world, ending and the new beginning for sure. Rebirth time, truth time, lots of swords there. Devil, old energies, old ways, old behaviors, sometimes selfishness, sometimes obsessiveness and addiction, sometimes feeling like you don't have control. And this one, let me go back to this one again. In this devil, you see this puppet on the string here. Devil isn't worried, but this guy is like losing his mind, just holding so tight, like he can't think anymore. And look at how this is similar, just worry, sick with grief, just stressed to the max. There's something you got to let go of and trust, because justice is here, the world is here. Death is happening. Whatever this is that's changing, it's transforming. Death is transformative. The Magician manifests and transforms. The Empress is there. Creativity is there. Lots of stuff going on here, guys. The world is coming. All right. And the Moon, of course. Still a little confusion there. All right. Ooh. The Emperor in reverse. And the Ten of Cups. All right. So the clarifiers for here. We have the Ten of Cups. This is the happy family, the very domestic bliss type of feeling. The energy that things are right and content with the world. There's industry going on. There's work and growth, and things are flourishing. There's emotional contentment and harmony going on here. And then you have the Emperor also in reverse. The Emperor is all about rules, setting order, putting things how they should be, establishing things, making things, instead of this creative stuff, he's more establishing it, setting it in order, putting it down. So you have the Emperor and Empress. Now, if these are reminders, if these are pay attention to, which sometimes reverse cards just mean pay extra close attention, this needs to be balanced. You have this Emperor and Empress energy right here, Empress, Emperor. You have two Justice cards, two things of scales saying balance. You have death and rebirth and end. This is what needs balance. You have the Moon. There's a little bit of turbulence of the light that's aspected on here. Going back to this old energy is not going to serve you. This is the time to manifest and not force something through. Things are coming up very abundantly for you. This is going to be a good week. This is actually a very good week for you, for things moving forward. You need to balance the energies. This is a time of duality, and it's almost, if you don't get a handle on it, you have the wild and the domestic just, kind of tearing at each other. And that could be what's making you crazy. How are you going to still be free-spirited, do what you want to do, but also keep the domestic house in order, get things established in order, and still be creative? So it's a big balancing act for you right now, okay? All right, we are going to look for one more card. And let me see. I think we're going to take it from the Fairies Tarot. This is straight up tarot, straight up tarot. So we're going to shuffle the Fairies Tarot from Radley Valentine. See if there's any parting words that will help you remember this read at this time for Pisces. There we go. What do we got? Three of Spring. This says, plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. Something that's coming to an end you're planning for. This Three of Spring is saying, you've got the plan. Things are expanding. Be patient. There is a period of waiting and things are going to get good again. You've done well so far. Continue on. Okay. Is there anything else in here for the Pisces for this last week? 21st to 27th February. The moon again. Okay. Moon. This moon is saying powerful, intuitive epiphanies. Remember we talk about thoughts in your head, getting clear, one true thought, epiphanies. Letting go of worry and fear. Understanding the truth of a situation. Whatever this shift is that's afoot, it's definitely changing. And it's better to flow with it than block things and get in your own way by being in your head overly much. If there's a new epiphany, a new truth, a new aha moment, then okay, try and roll with it. Try and go with the flow there, okay? All right, that's what I've got for you, Pisces. I hope it's helpful. Let me know if it resonates. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and come back again. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.